Welcome to the Magical Mommy Monday podcast. We really appreciate you listening. We'll be talking about everyday mom life with some pixie dust from Disney thrown in from time to time. This is a judgment-free zone. We know everyone parents differently, and we're just two moms doing our best as we figure out this whole parenting thing. So now, let's get this party started with today's episode.
So is this like a Disney podcast? Is that the agenda? Or?
He knows exactly what I do in my free time. No. So Dad, we started our own podcast. Jen and I both, I worked for touring plans, and Jen and her brother do a Disney podcast. So that's how we know each other, is because we were both involved.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
And so we met at Disney in January. They did someone in our Disney community did like a meetup. So we all the bloggers and people could meet. And so her and I met face to face. And then we decided that we should do like a podcast together.
We fell in love, and that was it. And we walked up a haunted mansion going, we should do a podcast.
Ooh,
see? Oh, you got his attention.
Disney's got it all wrong. If there's a daughter and don't talk to the mom, talk to the dad. How should we do bibbidi bobby boutique, stuff? Because you'd go now, Angela.
Yeah.
Well,
if you would.
Did you know
for kids?
Did you know that? You know what? Okay, let's do the intro, and then we have to delve into that because I don't know if you know what I'm going to tell you. All right, I'm going to do the intro. All right. Welcome to the Magical Mommy Monday podcast. I'm Angela Dahlgren here with my co-host, Jen Snyder.
Hello.
Last episode, we talked with Becky, who runs the Sensory Spectacle website, and she does a whole lot with it, talking about, all kinds of things having to do with sensory disorders.
Assessing.
Yep, assessing disorders. She speaks at conferences.
Yep.
Such a useful resource and such a wonderful woman to speak with. So if you have not listened to that episode, please do so after this one. But today, I know we say every guest is special. I know we say that. But today's guest is a little extra special because it's my daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. And as I mentioned, all she had to do is blink her eyes once or twice and say, please, Daddy. And it did take about 3 or 4 days, didn't it?
Oh, my gosh. So
for me to agree.
Even approaching this podcast, I said, Dad, I do a podcast. And first of all, he's like, what's a podcast? Like, all right, so we got to go backwards a little bit. And then he found out what podcasts were. And he's like, well, can I listen to things about airplanes and Charles Lindbergh? So we still got to get you listening to more, don't we?
But it did go from 30-year-old Angela trying to plea me to get going to 6-year-old Angela saying, please, Daddy. And that worked more than that other crap you said.
I know. I tried the more, I guess, logical approach.
Mature.
Dad, we have a Father's Day episode coming, and it'd be really great if you could talk with our listeners or, just so they can get a sense of my life, my childhood.
I want to know how many other fathers can say no to their daughters out there.
By the end of it, you were holding pretty strong. And finally I said, please, Daddy. And then that suckered you into it.
No, Jen, you know what she did? She brought an ace in. She brought her daughter, Anna Rose, who looks Anna Rose, who looks like Angela when she was little. And Anna Rose said, please, Papa.
Oh.
So I was hooked.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
You were hooked. I'm saying,
we know how to do it. We know how to get the yes.
There she is.
That's
Look at that
right.
face.
Who's that other kid?
Yay.
Mr. Cheeks.
Cheeks.
I love
the name's Cheeks. So I have my daddy on the show for our Father's Day episode.
Happy belated Father's Day as this airs.
Yes.
Right.
To all of the dads out there. Yeah. I already gave my dad his gift. So
for all you guys out there who unload luggage at Disney while your wife and the kids go run on the rides and you got to check in at the desk, takes forever, get the rental car.
Yeah.
This is for you boys.
All those dads getting the rental car at midnight.
Yeah.
And your plane's delayed. The kids are crabby while the moms are, trying to just hand out all the snacks.
So, Jen, we talked about how Angela and her mom asked for things. So, like at Disney. So when we went there with Angela and her husband and the kids, Angela would go, do they have soda downstairs? So she doesn't want to know that. What she's really saying is, Angela, go ahead.
Well, you're making me sound spoiled.
No. What are you really saying? Go get me a bottle.
Daddy, go get me a bottle.
Do you know, are there vending machines? Oh, where are they? Oh,
are they serious? Do you think they're serving breakfast?
No, for us to go by ourselves.
No, it's more like, gosh, I'm really thirsty right now. And then we just kind of wait. Or mom says, oh, I could really use a bottle of water. And then she just kind of looks at you. And then my dad knows, I'll go get one.
Your husband and I have talked about this. Yeah.
There is a little bit of conditioning to do
on
both of our parts.
Is Haunted Mansion on the agenda today? It's my favorite ride.
Yes. So we are going to talk about basically, what you and I like to do in Disney together, because this is a Father's Day episode and I'm your little girl after 3 boys. So, and you went to Disney World shortly after it opened, right?
1972, Contemporary Hotel. Still got the tickets. I think I gave them to you.
I think I have them up here.
I remember the Grand Prix Raceway. The cars went really fast. I looked the last time we went, they're like crawling like a
oh my God, they're
really
so slow. That's all I think about. I'm like, weren't these faster when I was little?
Yes.
Or because I was small, it felt faster, but these are taking forever. What is going on?
You're right, Jen. You can't ram anybody.
No.
You can't beat anybody. You got to
really a raceway. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No,
if you said they were faster, I have a video on the Touring Plans YouTube channel of me going. It's now the Tomorrowland Speedway. I have a video of me doing that for the first time. I can't imagine going any faster. It was terrifying.
So I grew up, Jen, in the 60s. We would watch Walt Disney on
like the
Sunday
Wonderful
nights
World of Disney.
At 6, Zorro. You probably never heard of the Scarecrow, but watch the intros on YouTube. It's scary. It was scary then. Yeah. So to go to Disney and see all these characters was a treat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We have pictures of you there, which I don't know. I'll see if I can get one to maybe post. But you were a teenager, weren't you?
Yes. Yeah. So I was 17.
Okay.
But so as opposed to Angela, who thinks you can live at Disney, I said, it's not a real place. You can't live here. You have to go home.
I don't understand. I have never understood that concept.
I mean, why do they have hotels there?
Right?
You guys are like, you can sleep in the Cinderella Castle? Yes. Sign me up.
Yeah.
You can.
Forever.
There's like a little apartment up there. So you went for the first time in 1972. You and Mom actually went on your honeymoon for a couple days?
We had a minor issue there. Disney didn't take Visa.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 1980. So we had to leave. We only got to stay one day.
Oh, my goodness.
But they didn't know that at the time.
Oh, wow.
So talking about honeymoons, you didn't go to Disney for your honeymoon. What happened there? I think it's the first time she didn't get her way.
Well, that's, that was the thing. Like I mentioned earlier, there was some conditioning done on both Michael and my part.
Uncle Keith, nice job.
My dad had to teach Michael that if Michael brought me ice cream, he had to remember the spoon, or if it was a milkshake, he had to remember the straw. Yeah. Where Michael had to teach me, you have to get your own drinks. You have to pump your own gas. You have to do things for yourself because you've been the youngest for so long. So there's certain things that I had to learn to do myself that I just wasn't used to.
Can I tell one story?
Yes.
So, okay,
I guess.
You can.
So every time Angela came home from college, before she left, she got in her car. Of course, it was filled with gas. Mm-hmm. And there was a Mountain Dew and a bag of Cheetos for the trip. Compliments of Daddy.
Of course.
Michael.
Oh, you did that? I thought it just came with the car.
Right. Okay. So Michael, when they were dating, he thought, well, I'll do that too. But he got the wrong Cheetos. He got the flaming hot Cheetos. And your reaction to him?
Wrong. Daddy did it better.
Yeah.
No, thank you for the pop. Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
No.
And and I had to pump my own gas.
Yeah. What is he trying to make you like an independent person? No.
It's not like I didn't, grow up codependent at all. I don't understand.
I have a gas question for the dad. Do you ever let the tank go lower than like a quarter tank of gas? Do you ever let it go past that line?
In my own vehicle?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm married to someone who broke down alongside the road when she was little because of no gas, no money, repairs. So I have to keep it full. Okay. But my own truck, it's fun to kind of get it down to.
My dad would never. He would get so mad if I was getting close. He's like, "You need gas? Why didn't you tell me you needed gas?" I'm like, I don't. I still have a while, I think. He's like,
I didn't know you had to pay attention to it. Just like I didn't know that cars weren't always hot and warm when you got into them during the winter.
Yeah, so we have a picture of Angela standing by a gas tank and kind of going like this, how does this work?
Then the next picture is my dad filling it up I'll show you. I'll do it. No, because every morning when I was in high school, my dad would, before he went to work, he left the house before me, he would start my car so that when I got in my car, it was warm.
That was just in the wintertime.
Yeah, it was just in the Minnesota winters, so it was just quite a shock. So,
Jen, do you have the same father here, or are we?
It's pretty similar. No, it's similar. Because I moved to Florida. I lived there for 2 years, and I moved when I was 21, 22. But that was my first time being out of the house because I stayed home during college. So that was hold on, I have to drive on highways. I have to fill up my own tank. Do I have to pay some of these bills? I'm not spoiled. I'm not spoiled, but I'm spoiled with Disney, absolutely. But there was a lot. There was a lot there. But every Sunday.
You have a sister, don't you?
I don't. I have a brother, but he's 7.5 years older. So
you're
I always
youngest.
feel I am.
He's the oldest, youngest again.
Yeah, because I always feel like they had him for a while, and they were into it where it's here's another kid. But
as dads, I remember going the first time we went with Angela and her brothers, we stayed at Fort Wilderness. Is that right?
Yeah, so I was probably 5 or 6, and you guys actually... You told us with a scavenger hunt on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah. But we had to save up the money. But, speaking of fathers, the most gratifying part is when you've saved up to go somewhere like Disney and you're there and the luggage is stored and the room is great and maybe you've had a beer. And then you're looking at your kids having fun and your wife having fun. You're thinking, the world is good. People are. So
for sure.
So let's talk about, your experience with Disney, Dad, because our family typically likes to go the same places because we like to know what to expect. We like to know our surroundings. But, the last probably 10 years, we've been going to Disney a lot more. So what was it about Disney that kind of stuck when I was in college and we started going pretty much yearly?
The Magic Kingdom. Yeah, the Magic Kingdom, because I grew up watching with a lot of those shows, Swiss Family Robinson movie, Davy Crockett, Fess Parker was Davy Crockett or Daniel Boone, one of those. And don't they have a Frontierland or whatever there?
Yeah.
Forget Small World, that song drives me nuts. But the Raceway was cool and stayed. But when you walk there and see the castle, it reminds you of for me, the old Disney shows, because they would start showing the castle and Tinkerbell would be flying around and introducing, and then at the end, where they had the credits, the castle would be there too. So anything around the castle evokes great memories and fun.
That makes a lot of sense because I know for at least Disneyland, the Wonderful World of Disney or whatever, wasn't in the Imagineering story that Walt's way of kind of paying for Disneyland, and it was also his way of promoting too.
I think so.
I don't know.
So
but,
I don't know what the
Nielsen ratings were then, but it was Mr. Ed, I think Bonanza, and then Disney. And then when it's over, you're like, oh, we got to wait a whole week, But
when it's your family time too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody's family and jobs, it's hectic, work, stinks and stuff. But to go somewhere like Disney and take a little break in the action, sit and enjoy your family and the rides and the imagination, that's a real treat. I remember when you and I, Angela, went to the Magic Kingdom alone. Your family always seemed to come to Disney when we did. I'm not sure why.
I know. It's like our plans always lined up so well. I don't know. Like our kids always wanted to go when you were there. It was a crazy thing.
Yeah. But Angela and I got to go by ourselves. It was around 5 or 6 o'clock when families were taking their kids who were screaming, I want to go home. So it was a little quieter and a cool evening. We stopped in front of the castle and watched the show. Then we went to the Swiss family
treehouse.
Pretend treehouse. And walked around. And it was neat.
And we got popcorn.
Popcorn, yes.
Yeah.
Disney popcorn's best.
Oh, yeah. My dad and I, we if we could have a t-shirt made for our love of Disney popcorn, we would. Like my dad, the first thing that he does when he enters Magic Kingdom, I would say, is you automatically go look for Disney popcorn. And you get it at the entrance where they have the cart. You don't even wait.
Yeah, you have to go there.
You know where the depot is when you first go into the Magic Kingdom?
Yeah.
Above the depot is a little patio, and that was our favorite place to hang.
Yeah.
You could
train
watch
station.
the parades going by and just kick back and avoid the crowds.
I kind of feel like that's the only place you get popcorn.
Oh,
I mean, that's the go-to spot. Yeah.
He gets a Coke, then he goes on top of the train station balcony.
Yeah.
And they just people watch because they always have tables there.
Yeah.
Angela and I were talking, it's such a busy place, Jen. It'd be nice to do a blog on where can you kind of just hang and sit and not feel like you're getting pushed out of Liberty Tavern or your hot dog at that place. I'm not sure what that
Corner.
place is. All the seats are taken and the birds are moving on tables. But where they those baby places or whatever? They have,
baby centers.
Yeah, they have like chairs in front of there. That's plus they show movies inside.
I have a story about that. Annie must have been maybe 2, so she was still like baby. Yeah, and Jake, because Jake was a baby, and that was when he was 6 weeks old, and we brought him. I think my dad brought her potty there or something, or he was watching her while I was like fiddling with Jay. And then I came back out because I thought maybe he brought her back out when she was done. And I looked at my mom and I said, where's Dad? And she's like, I don't know. I was just going to ask you. So I go back in there and my dad is 6'6". So he's really tall. And he and Annie, my daughter, are sitting in these tiny little toddler chairs watching Sleeping Beauty on the screen in the baby care center. And then, of course, it's like the cake decorating scene, which is my favorite scene in any Disney movie. So then I sit down.
Yeah.
And then, 10 minutes go by. And then Michael comes in. He's like, where have you guys been? We've been waiting for you.
I love it.
Great place to relax.
Those baby centers, I think I kind of knew they existed before kids, but kind of just I don't know, it's a baby center, whatever you get at a baby.
Yeah.
And then once I had kids, I went in there, I was like, what? How do more people not know about this?
I know, they're hard to find. The one at Epcot, it's like, what's around that corner? Oh,
I know. The one at Epcot is hard to find. Actually, the Animal Kingdom one's kind of tricky too. But Dad, I think you tell me if I'm right. I think another reason you do like Disney is because once you get there, everything's taken care of for you. You get in the Disney Magical Express, they pick up your luggage and then they bring it to your room. The Express takes you there.
That's so nice. Yes.
You can use Disney transportation.
And then when you check out, you give them your luggage and then you just get on the bus. Oh, that is a huge plus for staying on property, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't get that otherwise. But the other thing, Jen, Terry and I were talking, one of the nicest things we like to do as we get older is just sit somewhere. Yeah. And Disney has these beautiful places and flowers, and everybody's rushing past them to go to the mine ride or go on this ride or that. But it's nice just to sit and people watch and read your Kindle or talk to somebody on your phone while you're enjoying the day. So
Yeah,
that's
definitely
underestimated.
I think you guys did more of that this time because you stayed at the Grand Floridian and you had this beautiful balcony that almost had a theme park view. If you like kind of turned your head and
if I leaned out with one foot almost falling out, I could see the castle.
Yeah. You got to take advantage of that.
I know. And you didn't even have to pay extra for it. But you and Mom seem to do more of those things where like, you know, you go to the food court, get like some cheese and crackers or whatever, and then just have that balcony time with I know your favorite thing, the opening the balcony door, you have the breeze coming in with the curtains blowing, having a snack with the Disney TV playing the music.
Yes.
Oh, it's like the best.
So good. So good.
But Jen, her kids are usually in our bed, so
Angela and Michael are out, and
you got it.
That's like right. Once per trip.
Time for a nap day. I don't want to sleep.
I enjoy whenever I have a balcony. If I'm in a deluxe resort, I'm like, we got to take advantage of the balcony and just sit and enjoy. And I get some fairy tale champagne and some Mickey Mouse pretzels, like just in the bag. Oh, that combination is fantastic.
Yes, it is. Nice.
So
Dad, what snacks do you like to get at Disney?
Besides the popcorn.
Like to bring back to your room. I felt like you and Mom were bringing stuff to your room, snacks. Maybe it was the Cheetos for me.
The Floridian has that kind of snack bar there where people, you know which one that is, Jen? You can go in and out real quick. They got ice cream, breakfast, lunch, entrees. Of course, Mom, I always order the kiddie meals. Oh, yes. Kiddie meals for our grandkids. They're not
around here. They're somewhere. A good size. That's what I've been telling people. They're a good size.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a good topic for a blog is economic eating at Disney.
Yes.
Because it's expensive.
Oh, yeah. And at the Grand Floridian. That's like a whole blog on itself. Yeah.
Oh, right. Our son Andy, when he travels, they bring Kraft macaroni and breakfast snacks and all that.
Well, don't you remember
have to spend at dinner.
That's how we did it the first time we went. 4 kids.
Well, when we were at Wilderness, we had a kitchen, but you know what it's like to go to a grocery store at Disney. You have to go for an hour or two. It took me a while to find one.
Yeah. Well, and now you can have your food delivered. But before, when we went, Dad, remember Mom each day would give us the fanny pack with the Chewy Sprees and the granola bars and something else. And I think we have like a sandwich, and that had to last us till lunch.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Wow.
He's I don't know. People just eat snacks. Dad just had the turkey legs.
The mom thing to get the snacks,
I know.
Maybe Disney needs a place for dads to hang out.
Yeah.
ESPN, that's close.
Yeah, I was going to say
Sports,
ESPN.
That's pretty good.
Great fries.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken wings are good.
So let's try to go through this because you've been to Disney almost as many times as I had, maybe not quite because I went for work. What are your favorite rides at each?
Did you tell her that you actually find me meetings there and sign me up?
I love that.
I do.
Jen, you've been to Disney quite a few times too?
Just a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
that was like your family's vacation.
Yeah, that was our vacation every year. Yeah. So I think from the time I was 2, pretty much. And then we went every year. And then my brother lived down there for a while. And then he came back. And then I lived down there for a while. And then I came back.
They're making that downtown Disney more fun, like for adults.
Yeah.
It's great. Terry and I went in one of those amphicars, the cars that go on the water.
Yeah. Nice.
That was cool. Yes.
Yeah. That looks really cool.
And the boathouse or whatever.
You guys love the boathouse.
I love the boathouse. It's so good.
Yeah,
yes.
my parents almost always go there every trip.
Except Terry, allergic to shellfish.
Yeah, but that's good. Like, it's great to eat at Disney with allergies because they will come out and be like, you shouldn't even be eating something near them and like just make you the specialized dishes.
The chef will come out.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on top of that.
So good.
Dad, you were going back to when you and I went to Magic Kingdom together. That I've always remembered that day, and I always wish that we can get away and do that every trip. And it just hasn't happened for years, probably because my kids have been super little. But next trip, I really want to do that because we have almost this tradition that we have to go on what ride every time.
Haunted Mansion. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it hasn't happened.
It's kind of scary each time to me. Because we had the Haunted Mansion, we have a record or something. And it was kind of scary. They had all the songs on there.
I love that. Well, this is so it's meant to be, because this podcast was basically created on the Haunted Mansion, and now the three of us are sitting here talking about it. It's all meant to be.
I know.
That's the only one where waiting in line isn't a bad thing, because it's that anticipation. You're scared and excited, and you're reading the little gravestones, along the side of the clever ones there.
And you kind of messed me up with that ride, because when I ride it with Annie, I'm calming her down. I'm talking her through it and being like, oh, it's not real. When I was little, you would come up behind me and go, ah, and be like, okay, it's going to be really scary now. And I'd be like, no, Daddy, no. And then I'd make you hold me in the round room, because I'd be so scared. And then I'd be covering my eyes, but that made it more fun in the end, because I still get scared riding that alone, especially when it stops and then I'm on the ride alone and it's stopped, usually in front of the door that's just banging and trying to sit by itself.
So I empower her little girl and I say, in that part of the mirror when you see a ghost sitting next to you, I'm scared. I don't want to go on that. She goes, I'll go with you, Papa.
He does.
But in there, she's kind of leaning towards
True.
Right. Yeah.
Every time he says, I'm really scared. Who's going to ride this with me? And she's like, I'm not scared, Papa. I'll go with you.
How old is that? Is that one of the older
original attractions?
Is that 70s, early 70s?
I think so.
I think so. I think it was added later in Disneyland, but I think it might have been one of the originals at
So almost 50 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Actually, didn't it just celebrate 50 years last year, Jen?
I'll fact check while we talk.
I think last year was 50 years because there was a ton of merch. Would you say that's your favorite Magic Kingdom ride, or there's Pirates or Swiss Family Treehouse?
I haven't gone on the Mine ride.
True.
So I'd like to see that.
That's a good one.
Adults, we get sick on the queasy rides like that Himalayan one. The Bugs World, that's fun. I like that. So I haven't gone on Avatar yet.
So you haven't done Animal Kingdom. You haven't done Flight of Passage, Expedition Everest, which is the one that's too high.
And then you go backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you it's tough to be a bug. Do you like the safari?
Yeah, we go in the trucks.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of animals last time.
We did. I took a bunch of pictures, too, of you and the kids.
Just thought of another snack, the drumsticks at Hollywood Studios.
The turkey legs.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey legs, yeah.
I don't think you got one last time, did you? You and Mom? Oh,
no.
My allergies. No. But what's your favorite ride?
Where?
At Hollywood Studios.
Oh, I love Hollywood Studios because Jen, I love 1940s, 50s. I always think I was on a B-17 at age 18 that crashed, and I was reincarnated in 1957 because I just love the old cars. I'm a car guy and stuff, and just how that looks.
Yeah,
Americana.
Pass that on to me.
Yeah, the old tow truck in the beginning when you walk in.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Jen, what are we thinking?
Hashtag always MGM. We don't call it Hollywood Studios. No, it's called Hollywood Studios now. We don't accept it. So we call it always MGM. Hashtag always MGM.
Because their family, they agree that it was best, in the 90s when we would go, Dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just more nostalgic and they love the park as much as we do.
And the great movie ride.
Yeah.
Got rid of it. It's gone.
They did?
Yes.
Oh, my God. And the Star Wars, that's like people getting there really early. We went to the was it the Star Wars bar? What's that called?
The Cantina. Olga's Cantina.
The Cantina. And people were all complaining, I got here at 5 a.m. or whatever. And then something was broken or out of commission and such.
That's how Angela met my brother.
Did you know that? I met her brother for the first time on opening day of Star Wars Land, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opening. The very first day, they brought me her brother and his friends brought me there at 3:30 in the morning. And then we waited in line on opening day.
Oh, very cool.
They bonded in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, it was very early. But I took my parents with Michael to the cantina for drinks.
Nice.
What'd you think, Dad?
I thought that was really cool. You know, they get you going and not rushing, but get you going in a really polite way that you don't think, gosh, I was just in there for 20 minutes, you know. But they really make your experience fun. And it's nice to sitting with other people and such.
Yeah.
And the drinks are fun too.
Yeah, with smoke coming out of there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my allergies.
So is this really about Haunted Mansion or just Father's Day special? Potpourri?
It's about you.
It's about me.
You weren't,
Right.
You and your
He's like, what I get myself into.
What do you want?
No, it's just about what you love about Disney.
Yeah.
I told you this when I asked you.
Yeah. But, you know, in the social distancing, again, they should have a place where, okay, the moms and the kids are going to go off on the rides. And dads, you go over there, social distance, talk with Joe Blow from Connecticut, another guy from Texas.
How do you think that would go over for the moms who have to watch the kids, Dad? Do you think the moms would be very happy?
Well, it depends on how old the kids are. Good point. Good point. If they're younger, you know, that wouldn't be an option. But we're talking about, like, you know, when the kids are teenagers and can go on themselves, go on their own.
Do you think there should be a space for moms that they can just go and talk with Joanne Smo?
Oh, no. This is from my feminist daughter. She's trying to corral me into a corner.
You raised me.
Well, honey, men need more rest than women.
Actually, there's a study done saying that women needed 20 more minutes of sleep than men.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
No, thank God for the women in our life. They're very organized. They plan stuff. My nephew just called me and said, "Hey, thanks for my birthday present." I go, "What'd we get you?" So it's carries all on top
Sounds
of that.
about right.
No, my dad, he's a doctor, and I tell you, the times that I call him with issues that probably aren't real half the time, and he answers every time. On Monday, I called you at probably 6:30 in the morning saying, "Dad, the room is spinning. I think I have vertigo. What do I do?" And immediately you go into doctor mode, and you're like, "Okay, you need to do this. You know, what side is it on, blah, 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 blah." And you fix it every time. Or if any of my kids are having issues, you always answer the phone.
But it bought you mom coming up to your house and taking care of your kids all day.
Well, I mean, I was there too. I didn't feel good.
Did you share with Jen and your viewers the worst time in your life when you realized that you had my brain? That you inherited my brain genetically.
Okay, y'all have to tell me. Is this when I was in college?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I probably, I don't know. I probably talked to you and I talked
besides
to Mom
the moodiness and stuff.
The humor.
Personality.
Yeah, those all those things. High maintenance to that. I talk to my mom every day for sure. I talk to you most days, and so this was a time where I was walking to class. It's probably around lunchtime, so.
And I heard crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah, I had the end of my lunch with me, and I was just eating. This is when like those Chips Ahoy Thins, they were like crackers almost. The 100-calorie snack packs. That's it, 100-calorie snack packs. It was these Chips Ahoy ones, and I was just finishing my lunch. I was eating them as I went.
They were Oreo.
Okay. And he's like, "What are you crunching on?" And I said, "Oh, these Oreo 100-calorie snack packs." And he's like, "Oh my God." I said, "What?" So he said, "That's what I'm eating too."
So I sent her, she said, "No, you're not." So I sent her a picture.
Oh,
exact same time. Exact same snack.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. So what I sent you for Father's Day this year, what I give you.
Was that the card that you said, "Dad, if you're good, I won't put you in a nursing home"? And then you open it up and it says, "I mean it."
No, it was the mug that I gave you.
Oh, yeah. I had a daughter and a dad sitting next to each other.
And it said, like, father, like daughter. Uh-oh. Anyway, trying to stay on Disney topic. What is your favorite Disney's Hollywood Studios ride?
Not the Tower of Terror. As you get older, it makes you sick.
Oh, true.
I like the Indiana Jones one. That was good. Is that still there or is that gone? You know, where they blow up trucks and planes and stuff?
I think it's still there. Yeah. It's still there. And so you wouldn't like Rock and Roller Coaster then. Yeah. But you haven't done the Slinky Dog Dash.
Jen, do they still have the speed cars or the cars that drive real fast, or did the Star Wars take that space?
At Epcot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The stunt show is gone. Yeah, that's all Star. Yeah, that's Galaxy's Edge now. Mm-hmm.
The lights, camera, action. Mm-hmm. I never saw that.
Yeah.
Never saw
I liked it. It was cool. I didn't love that the bleacher setup. I was always like, this is really uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
I like the show.
Yeah, actually, my favorite ride is sitting behind the popcorn booth as you come down Main Street and just sitting there and watching people. That's my favorite ride.
I get that.
Right.
See, but me and my brother would refer to that as like a pocket. We talk a lot about pockets of Disney, like little spots you can do that. You can just hang out in and do that. And it gives you like the old school Disney vibes, and you get all the smells and the
Do you ever publish those or share those spots? Like in the beginning of the park, isn't it neat? The big space in front of Magic Kingdom as you walk in, and Hollywood Studios, there's plenty of places to sit and hang out and talk.
Yeah.
Haven't gone on the pool. So the what's that? The pool park.
Oh, the water park.
Typhoon Lagoon. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I went to Typhoon Lagoon. They have two. They have Blizzard Beach too. I don't think I've done that one, but that was like in 2010.
Yeah, I haven't done them in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Me either.
I think every park needs an ESPN. Where the dads can say, okay, honey, I'll be in here waiting for you.
Yeah, we'll add a stereotypical women's area too. He's like, I'm going to get myself in trouble. What's your favorite Epcot ride? Because I know that when we went as a family, when we were all older, you really liked Test Track, the one where it goes really fast in the car and you design your own car.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was really good. It was a little scary at first, but it's not too bad. But you had talked the food and wine for many years before we finally went. That is great.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh. And of course, Angela maybe shares, I love Halloween. And we went to when it was decorated for Halloween, but it rained the whole time, so it wasn't as fun. But that's sort of turning in the whole of Magic Kingdom into the Haunted Mansion. So dug out on that with the pumpkins on the pillars and stuff everywhere.
Well, now, Dad, they, because you missed a lot because it was really raining. So you guys, I think, might have left early, but they have, the parade, they have special fireworks. And then in like Pirates of the Caribbean and at the Haunted Mansion ride, they have actors like either outside or inside the ride who are making it kind of like extra spooky.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they do kind of special things like that.
You got to go back now.
You do.
Yeah.
Not this year, though, because they're not doing a lot of stuff right now with COVID. And then you can inside. Do you remember Mickey's PhilharMagic? It's a show that you put on your 3D glasses for, and it like Donald gets thrown out, and then Mickey, it's like Sorcerer Mickey kind of does it. It's a kind of a musical.
It's by the carousel, the Prince Charming's carousel, not Carousel of Progress.
Oh.
It's like right next to that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that becomes an area where you can just sit and relax, and they play like Ichabod and Mr. Toad on that screen. And you can just sit there and get some fresh air and like eat your candy and get candy there. They did that, I think, last year, and that was really nice.
You know what they need to do on Halloween is you guys are going to go on YouTube and look at Scarecrow, the old Disney movie. The beginning, Scarecrow, the soldiers of the king feared his name. Anyway, have a guy riding on a horse through Magic Kingdom during Halloween. That would be neat.
They do have at the start of the parade, the Headless Horseman start the parade off.
Oh, cool.
It's silent except for like mist and like an owl hooting, and the Headless Horseman like holds, I think, like a pumpkin and gallops, and that starts off the parade.
Yeah.
It's really spooky.
Can you guys tell that most dads are kind of oblivious as far as what goes on at Disney?
they also want snacks. They're like tired.
Yeah.
We're like, can you go get this, Daddy? Can you go get that? Okay, I forgot my sunglasses at the hotel. I forgot my sunscreen. Yeah, we're just walking around.
I think you're more the average dad. Jen and I, we are part of a community where a lot of times the dads plan the trips just as much as the moms do.
Really?
All our little Twitter friends over there, they do a lot of planning. Yeah.
Wow.
Some of them are Disney travel planners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They plan it down to like the hour of what you're doing each day.
Oh my God. Well, my sister Kathy's like that. She's really big into Disney, Jen.
Yeah.
She'll invite all 3 of her kids and spouses, and they'll stay at Port of Orleans, and she'll have everything fast pass or whatever, we go here.
Yeah.
And some people like that, and other people are like, I just want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
That's why I just book your dinners for you, and Mom and I coordinate fast passes, and then I just leave you alone while I do my touring plans and just do my whole day.
And then
it's too much for you guys.
From a long evening, and we're just really tired. And hi, Papa. What are we gonna do?
It's not like that.
Sorry, Papa, I peed your bed.
That has never happened. Okay. Well, one of our kids did pee in our bed on our Disney cruise, but you weren't there for that. You did not go on that cruise.
Angela, your kids were like barely out of the womb before you had them flown to Disney.
That's kind of true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Annie was 11 weeks and Jay was 6.
Nice. Yeah. My kids were 5 months and almost 4 months.
So you have 2?
Both. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you have, Jen?
A boy that it just turned 6 and a girl who is 3.5.
Okay. Do they carry any blankets? Like their thumb?
Well, my daughter has a blanket. My son had a Mickey. We actually just talked about this a couple of
He knows about Dolly, Dad.
I do know about Dolly. I love it. And so Mickey was kind of that for him, and like he chewed his nose real thin, and like it was just gross. And he's not a person.
I sent Angela that scene from Mr. Mom when he talks to his son about you got to give up the whoopee.
And then he just like walked away.
Yeah.
It didn't do any good.
No. I don't even think my kids understood what was happening when I showed them that.
Yeah.
And so when he's 21, it might be stretching it. Might be time.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Everyone's like, well, when they watch other kids make fun of them for sucking their thumbs, they'll stop. And it's like, well, we're in the middle of a pandemic where they're not seeing their friends. So I don't know what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, excellent. But yeah, those different areas, and get back to those, what do you call them, pockets in Disney?
Yeah.
Where it's not a ride, but it's just maybe a beautiful place with flowers.
Yeah.
Like at Epcot has a lot of places like that. When you first come in, flowers everywhere. They have those low walls that you can sit on. And it's like, let's just sit here for a while. No, we got to go our fast pass. We got to go here.
I know.
So,
yeah.
Do you have a favorite pavilion, a favorite country at Epcot?
Let's see. England, I like England a lot. The pub, sitting outside right there.
I was going to say, there's a lot of sitting in that area because you can go across from the pub too, in that whole area.
Oh, right. Yes, you're right. And the Japanese place is a good place to get cheap food.
Yeah.
They have like a McDonald's kind of area where you can get food that's really affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have delicious. Oh, I had like a teriyaki chicken or beef there or something. It was just amazing. It's so good. But yeah, that's always.
When's a good time to get your seat for the show at Epcot? Like all those benches fill up, but you're walking around when it's like 5 or 6 and they're still open. And,
I'd say at least an hour.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the theater or the fireworks?
Oh yeah.
The fireworks show at Epcot.
Yeah.
Fireworks, honestly, I just kind of show up when they start because there's so many places to watch them, because it's around a lagoon.
But if you have like a bench seat, then you probably need like an hour or so before just to lock it in.
Actually, my favorite part of Disney is those shows at the end at Epcot, and especially the Magic Kingdom on Castle. It just fills you with all these warm feelings, and you feel like crying, and you're looking around to see if anybody else is getting teary-eyed, and it makes you think of family and fun, and it makes you forget your troubles. And They do that well. I love that.
It's how they get you. It's how they get you to come back. It's how they get you to,
Tinkerbell.
Oh, yes.
Sliding.
And when your kids are, looking so happy and so magical, you're like, okay, I'll buy you whatever you want.
Yeah. And even though, Angela, you wore every Disney princess dress, it took you until last year to realize you're not the princess. Who are you?
I'm Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Moody, ticked off.
If I don't get attention, I'll die. Kind of thing. Yeah, no, I am Tinkerbell, but I was going to tell you, you did mention Bippity Boppity Boutique. They have an adult version called Character.
Oh, they really?
Couture.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they'll do your hair. I've done it. They do your hair, your makeup, and your nails. And then you can wear whatever. They don't have clothes for you.
Yeah. As a dad, boy, that just melts your heart when you see your little girl and she's looking at you like, thanks, Dad.
That's all we want to do right now. My daughter hasn't been now since she was a year and a half.
Oh,
and
really?
Now, and then everything started closing, and we're like, well, even if we wanted to go, we can't. And now, and she's so into princesses, and we're like, oh my God, she would go crazy.
It's all going to be different now when you go back.
Oh, I know.
Did you know that, Dad?
No, how they get? Oh, you know what? It was getting so packed, especially at Magic Kingdom. You wonder what is their capacity? Do they know what their capacity is?
It's about 98,000, I think.
Whatever Christmas Day is, that's the capacity. They usually cut it off.
Yeah. So what are they going to be doing differently?
That's the thing is it's about less than 30 days before a park open, and they really haven't announced much. Plus you add in, like the NBA and the soccer leagues coming. But what we do know is that we're going to need park reservations to get into the park. And they're starting with people who either have an annual pass, but most likely a hotel reservation. Yeah. So you have to have your hotel reservation, you have to have your park tickets, and then you will be contacted to make park reservations.
But I don't think they're doing fireworks shows, character meet and greets. They're kind of doing away with a lot of that.
So anything that attracts people to get together.
Yeah.
So what about those restaurants where the princesses walk around? They won't have that?
So Chef Mickey's, it's been rumored that that's just going to be buffet style. So they'll just bring all the food to your table like they do at Liberty Tree Tavern. And then you'll eat that way. But I don't think they'll be doing character things. How could they?
Right.
That's tough. You remember when Anna Rose first met Minnie Mouse? Oh, my gosh.
No.
My heart melted. She thought she was real.
Yeah.
She asked me.
I love that.
She asked me today, she said, how we meet the characters at Disney World? Are they real? And I said, well, why wouldn't you think they would be? She said, well, that guy, the Disney guys at Walt Disney. Yeah, well, he drew Mickey Mouse. I'm like, how does she know this? We talk about it that much. I said, yeah, I think there was a little bit of magic involved making them real. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, there must be a lot of magic in the world. So it's sweet to see that, just all the magic that it makes them believe in magic. Disney does.
Maybe by socially isolating and not as many people, maybe that'll enhance the experience for everybody, because you guys know what it's like. It's crowds, long lines, wait for your food, rush here, rush there.
I know. I'm really wondering if they're even going to open next month with the numbers that keep going up. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you know that, Dad? The Florida numbers? I canceled my trip for late January or late July.
Late July.
Yeah, because of the numbers. I actually just did it today. I think it was only going to be opening the park at 30%, but you're right, Jen. I wonder how's that
I don't know.
even going to go.
Yeah, once the vaccine comes, then people will be able to go. Yeah, Terry and I are going to go probably in February alone. Alone.
Angela's like, when in February?
Look at that. I'm free.
Winter break?
No plans.
Now, Dad, there's an endocrinology meeting at the Contemporary on February 11th, or you could go to the geriatric meeting at the Floridian in March, or in January, there's a cardiology meeting at Disney that you could do this.
That's exactly how it goes. I know all.
Where do you find these?
There's a lot of medical meetings at Disney World. Mm-hmm. And part of that appeal is that people can bring their families, and then the meeting is normally half a day, and then they can spend the afternoon.
Yeah, we're done at noon. Yeah. For people who live in the upper Midwest, oh gosh, it's just a break. Yeah. And the Disney Express, I can't applaud that enough how they do that. You know, you don't realize what it's like to get to and from the airport if you don't have that. You mean I just give you my luggage and it'll appear in my room? Yep, that's right. Just get on the bus. Yeah. And then you get on there and you're watching Goofy talk about the Everglades or something and start relaxing right away.
Yeah. It is. It really is an easy, early way to start your vacation. And then, you know, you get to your resort and your bags are taken care of. And what's the first thing you do, Dad, when you get to your room? Do you go to the pool right away? I know you open your balcony doors right away.
Yeah. And I videotape the room and then I send it to our other kids.
I love it.
Look where we are. This is cool. But yeah, when we first went back and when we first went there, I forgot what, you were 6, Angela?
Something like that, yeah.
So I was in 95. Okay. But we saved up. Yeah. It was about $3,000 then. Mm-hmm. And to see the smile on this one's face and like, you know, this is where all the princesses live. Yeah. It was so real. That's very gratifying as a parent and a dad. Yeah. And my only recommendation is take your kids now while they still believe that everything's real. Yeah. It costs a lot, but you'll never forget it.
You mean at like 31? Take them now while they still
thought you'd be over it. Yeah. Snow White's not real.
What?
Wait a second. Breaking news.
You said, so with that in mind, what is your favorite Disney resort that you like to stay at? Because by now, I mean, we've stayed at quite a few. So which one do you like?
It's not my decision. Boardwalk is my favorite because it's Terry's favorite, my wife's favorite. But, you know, if you think about it, you're close to Epcot. You can walk to MGM # or whatever. But you got Swan and Dolphin, and I didn't realize great restaurants there. And they do that little show between Swan and Dolphin with the lights show.
Yeah, you've stayed there too.
Yeah. Yes. But, Boardwalk, I mean, just sitting and watching people go by. Yeah. I love it. And the boats. That's the best. Yeah. And you're not far from anything. You know, travel, I know, takes time from some resorts, but it's nice to be close where you don't have to take the bus.
No, it is kind of a pain not having the Magical Express. I've done it with people picking me up, and I've done it taking an Uber, which actually that's just as nice and sometimes faster. But there is something about having the Express it's just so easy. Yeah. And especially at the end of your trip, just knowing when it's going to come, even though it's like 8 hours early before your flight. But my dad and I like that. We like knowing that we're at the airport, we're through security, and now it's like, okay, I can breathe. We know we're going to make it on time.
Especially Orlando security.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
But you're always talking about, what to do at Disney. But it's like, what not to do?
Yeah.
Take a break, go over there, sit by the pool. You know, the pools are great because they have the little mini restaurant there. You don't have to swim. You can just sit there and read your book. Yeah. That's my favorite place. Just hanging out there and just doing nothing.
Because it makes it feel, you know, I hear because we went every year growing up, that was like, especially for my dad, it was like a place he could relax. Like he could go have some fun in the parks, but like we also spent most afternoons just at the hotel. We were taking a nap. We were in the pool. We were just hanging out, and it felt like a vacation that way. If you kind of just step back a little bit. I mean, it was also a time before you needed a fast pass and you needed reservations a month in advance or whatever. But you know,
do you think Disney, along those lines, do you think Disney needs more places that accommodate families, Jen? Like big enough places to have a grandma and grandpa and kids and their spouses and kids?
Yeah, for
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You know, are we talking about rooms or like places to eat or hang out?
Like a big cottage or something with a central meeting area, and then everybody has their own bedroom.
Yeah.
But I think that would really enhance the experience.
The villas, they have like the grand villas that sleep 12 people.
Do they?
Yeah, like the old Key West one is huge. It's huge. Yeah, I think it has like 3 bedrooms or something, but it's just,
farther away
enormous. Oh, like off property?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell me, the Swan and Dolphin, will they become Disney properties? I know they're owned by other corporations, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
if they will. I mean, I think they've just been their own thing for so long. It seems to be working.
And they just keep paying Disney, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a nice spot.
Yeah,
From there, you can walk along that river to MGM.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you can walk to Boardwalk. You can walk across to, Yacht Club, Beach Club. Oh, yeah. I like the Yacht Club pool. That's awesome. You sit in the rockers. Mm-hmm. They have that, what's the name of that bar there?
Cruise Cup.
Crew Cup. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great fries.
With the truffle fries. Oh, those are so good.
Very, very good. Yeah. It's nice to go in there about 2. Nobody's there.
Oh, I know. It's dead there. You can like bring your iPads and just like mess around and eat your fries.
If I didn't have a park pass, the only reason I need a park pass is to go to Haunted Mansion.
And get your popcorn.
I'd be happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you guys even decreased the number of days you got last time. And I think maybe that's the way you guys might want to do it. Or I know for a while they offered the half-day park passes, but they got rid of that. I don't think they'll bring that back.
The after 4 passes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
okay. They did that. I know you had a long day at work, Daddy, so I'm going to end on one question. Now that you've raised 4 kids and you have 15 grandkids, do you have any words of wisdom for dads who are just starting out?
Okay. I was just talking to my son about this. It's those years when your kids are little and you're getting owned at work and you come home and you're tired and you feel like sitting down and just watching the news. Don't grab a kid, take him for a walk, try and spend time with your kids when they're little because they'll always remember it. Otherwise, you have regrets.
Yeah,
I do. I do have a lot of memories with that. Him coming home after dinner, he'd take me to the gas station and we'd sit on the side. There's like a little bench area and we'd eat Cheeto Paws and grape or orange soda.
Nice.
And I just
I'd
found
come
Cheeto
home
Paws
and
the other
Mom
day.
say, you're going to spoil her. And it happened.
No.
And now everyone knows
Just like
the truth.
It's like Jen's probably.
I'm pretty sure I was a lot more spoiled than Jen.
We'll list out one day. We'll go
I know.
head-to-head.
Not that I didn't care for you boys, but you're a little wilder than Angela.
I just laid there and wanted to be cuddled all the time like a cat. I was easy. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to give us a review on iTunes if you'd like. You can find us on Twitter at Magic Mom Monday or Instagram at Magical Mommy Mondays. And Jen and I will put our own personal social media handles in the show notes. Thanks.
Yeah, and dads out there, let's get a place in Disney where we can hang.
Yeah, we'll get right on that. I'll pass that to the higher up, Dad.
Okay, you talked to Roy, or is he dead?
I think he's dead then. Dad,
Okay.
I gotta fill you in more. Thank you, Daddy.
Okay, love you guys. Nice to meet you, Jen. Okay.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Magical Mommy Monday podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. You can find us on Twitter at Magic Mom Monday and on Instagram at Magical Mommy Mondays. The music you heard on this podcast was written and produced by Matt Harvey. We'll see you next time.